Well, it's Sunday morning. I'm just getting ready to get this swapped around so I can get them wagons unloaded, see if I can get the rest of that corn chopped today, hopefully with no problems. Not going to hold my breath on it. But this is just going to be a short prequel for today's video, which I'll be posting after this. It'll be the first day chopping, which was Friday, which didn't turn out very good. And yesterday, Saturday, wasn't much better, but that'll be the next video. But I thought I'd give you some auction results since I didn't go to it and I'm pissed off about it now. I was following it online and I even registered to bid online just in case. But in the process of me trying to get corn chopped and the problems I had yesterday, I ended up missing out on something else again. I should have probably jumped, if I was paying attention, I probably should have jumped on something, but you'll see here when I give you the results, because I am absolutely ticked off. But then again, maybe in the long run, I'd find out something else. Maybe it'd end up being the better deal not. So, who knows? But this is what happened. Okay, that 1086 International. I'm trying to keep the cats from climbing on me. 1086 International went for $10,000. That little galvanized gravity wagon, or whatever you want to call it, the small wagon, went for $650, which I thought was a decent price for that. That Gleaner K2 that had the 3-row heads on it, came with 2 3-row heads, and I guess it was a 12-foot grain platform. The diesel combine, that went for $1,500. That wasn't too bad. My favorite little Gale blower went for $175, and that 520 New Holland manure spreader that had about $2,000 worth of decent parts on it, a new, not I say $900 or $1,000 beater in it, went for $500. So I should have been there to buy that, because that beater would have fit my spreader, the apron would have fit it. It didn't have an end gate, did it? I'm getting to need another end gate. But the paddles, $600 worth of paddles. And then the hubs, I don't know if they'd actually fit my International. I'm not exactly sure what size axles are on my 986. So I don't know if these fit or not, but they went for $350. That white, was it a GMC truck? Yeah, that one was GMC though. Anyway, the nice white one with the red bed, that one actually had 136,000 miles, a Cat diesel, 2-speed rear end, nice truck, the one I said Dan should buy me. That one for $12,000. Now, the two things that irked me, I figured, if a 1-row corn picker went cheap enough that I would have been interested in that, because I can pick corn and crib it. Saves me the drying and stuff. That went for $1,100. I could not believe that damn thing went for $1,100. But the one that absolutely pissed me off, and I missed out on it because I was fixing the damn chopper and wasn't paying attention. That Gleaner F had a 4-row 36-inch head. The perfect head that I need. I plant 36-inch rows. I got a 4-row planter. I heard them asking there. I heard somebody say that they drove it in and stuff. So it ran. I don't know about the rest of it. It looked like it hadn't been used that long ago. It went for $600. I am absolutely pissed off about that. But I guess that's going to be the theme for this weekend. I missed out on that. First day of chopping went for shit. Second day of chopping wasn't much better. And that's where I went yesterday, or Saturday, yesterday. I went to go get, I ran out of shear pins for the head, so I had to go yesterday morning to get shear pins. Come back home, on my way home it started raining, didn't rain that much. And that's why I didn't go to the auction. Because I figured, well, for what we got, I mean, it wetted things pretty good, but give it a couple hours, dry up, it'd be worth going out chopping. So I decided to stay home and chop. Here I should have gone to the damn auction, I guess. So that's what it is. The way things always end up on me, I guess. So that being said, that leads me into, this will be Friday, the first day of chopping. I didn't get very far started, so did a little better yesterday. Had to make some adjustments, and by the time I was done, I only got the wagons loaded, so that's why now I'm going to get this folded out, get the bagger moved over, and get them wagons unloaded. At least hopefully I can get that 3 acres off today. There's a chance I might be able to chop tomorrow. They got rain in the forecast, but it's kind of low chances through most of the day. So that might miss us, but Tuesday, Wednesday sounds like we're going to get hit. So we'll see. So with that, enjoy the rest of the video. Well, that's how good the start's going. I made it, what, 100, 200 feet up into here. Grass is going to be a bitch. I think that's what the problem is. For some reason, it's not feeding into the feed rolls like it's supposed to. It bunches up and you gotta stop and reverse it and it'll eventually go through, but for some reason I sheared the shear pin down there. It wasn't enough in the head to do anything like that, I don't think. So, and after 2 trips back for tools, normally don't take nothing out of this. Needed a pipe wrench to get that lined up down there. I must have taken it out of here, so I had to go back and get that. And I never take wrenches out of this, but I mainly have to change these shear pins, and it takes a 7/8 and or 7/16 and a 3/8 wrenches to put them on, but this one takes 7/16 wrenches, and I only had one in the toolbox, so I had to go back and get another one. So not off to a good start. So I'm going to put you on pause again until I get this working satisfactorily. Like I said, I think I'm going to have to run that head a little bit closer. I really didn't want to take a lot of this grass. I never even did look and see what it looks like chopped in there. Not that there's much in there. Small stalks. Hopefully when I go down the other side it'll be better. A lot taller stalks. Yeah, that's what I got so far. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be plenty dry. You can see a lot of brown leaf. Yes, and I'm running down 2 rows. Well, I was going to have to run 2 rows regardless, but I'm running 2 rows of this stuff down because I ain't going to lose much on this corn. I don't think I'll lose much on that, but that corn could be money. I could shell it. So, I'm going to start up here again. Well, maybe the saying, don't start on Friday, you'll never get it done, is true. Found out why I'm shearing the pins. Because that chain is bound up. These are supposed to be evenly centered. If there's any better or not. That's the way they're supposed to look. I don't know, because the grass is building up, that it did that. But there's nothing in there. I have a feeling it's going to be the indication of a bigger problem. I don't think I had much problem last time I chopped, but it is getting to be an issue. As you tighten these chains up and they stretch, they don't wear the same. So one eventually gets a little longer than the other one maybe, and then that's what happens here. And it's got to be retimed. I've never done that job. I have a feeling it's going to be a pain in the ass job. Because what there is, that shaft that I'm shearing the pin on goes across there, and there's a series of gears on it. that drive them shafts up there. I don't know if they drive something else in there or not. But that's, yeah, there's four, that shaft, that shaft, that shaft, and there's four shafts, there's four sprockets. And what'll have to be done is them sprockets, whichever one, you gotta loosen them up, slide it over, advance like this shaft one tooth, and slide that one back in. And the chances they're gonna slide apart easy is slim and none, probably, because I've never touched them. Now, it's been 10, 15, I say 10, 15 years, everything's 10, 15 years since I bought this head. And this was set up for 30-inch rows, and they had to change it to 36 for me, widen it out. And they might have had to retime the change. That would be the last time anything was touched. But then the other thing I find too is I'm supposed to have a chain on that. That's what drives. What is that driving? Okay, that sprocket's driving this chain, which in turn drives that sprocket, which is turning the knife down here. So maybe that's why it's bunching up, because it wasn't cutting the stalks off. But anyway, what I gotta do here now is I gotta take this adjustment loose, which is a pain because it's turn, flip the wrench, turn, flip the wrench. Why they can never make something simple? Why they couldn't put like the bolt head out here where you can get an impact on it and just buzz it right out, but they don't. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. Get this, get that back. Hopefully it'll stay somewhat in time, and I should. I'm almost certain I got number 40 chain around here. That might be 50. I don't know. Might end up having to go get chain yet, so I'm gonna dick around with this. I ain't gonna video it because you probably I have to edit too much of the swear words out. Yeah, I just got back from Tractor Supply. So went and got the cheap chain. Where does it say it's made at? Well, made in Thailand. It ain't too bad. But as I didn't have any chain around. It's supposed to have Master Link in here, and I don't see it. So I guess it's a good thing I bought some extra Master Links. But gotta break this chain now. Things work good as long as you get it in the center of the pin. How will this thing line up like it's supposed to? There it goes. That's the piece I need. That's too long. That should be the piece I need. Can't do nothing with the greasy fingers. Especially with plastic. Jesus. It just slips. Need that piece. That piece. Get them mixed up. Clip piece. Going junk. Like I said, I don't know what the hell happened. I didn't have to retime nothing. I looked out there. I just loosened the shit out of that tightener as much as I could. And I actually had to jump that a tooth. So that's back where it was. So I don't know. Everything seemed to be tight when I started, so I don't know, maybe starting to think what happened. Maybe this chain's been gone since the last time I chopped. The corn was clean, or cleaner. It didn't have all this grass. So it didn't make a whole hell of a lot of difference if both discs were turning, maybe. I ain't got much shit in there yet. So I might have been cutting it off. And now I got this grass and watered that up more and jumped it, so I'm gonna have to take that tightener loose for one thing. And then I gotta adjust this. I mean, all this has to be about 2.5 inch and a half, 2 inches, 2.5 inches of thread to go up yet. But I didn't want to tighten that up just yet until I got this chain on, and I wanted to get, I didn't have any more spray lube. I want to spray up in here, keep that from rusting up. But I guess I get this back together. I don't know if I'm probably gonna make 1 or 2 more rounds around that field, make sure things are going. But I don't know if I'm gonna chop full loads tonight. Listening to radio on my way home here. Now I got a chance of rain by morning. It sounds like we might get 1/10 of an inch. Nothing that would stop me. But I want to get this back together, go back out there and run it. And like I say, maybe I'll chop a full load. Work it out. We'll see. But I don't think I'm going to load that other wagon tonight until I'm sure what the weather's going to decide to do. So I'm going to get this back together. I'm not going to film much of it because, like I say, my hands get greasy and I don't need my phone all greased up either. Well, maybe the saying is never start on Friday because you'll never get started. I ain't going to get back out there to finish chopping, or start chopping. Because I don't have any more shear pins for that frickin' head. I gotta look again. I might find another place to look. I got feed roll pins. And I found the bag for the cutter head. But them are smaller and them are bigger. And they won't work on this. So I have no way to drive my head. And now it's after 5 o'clock. So I'll have to wait till morning to run somewhere to get some pins. If it's not raining. Well, if it's raining, I can still run. Damn it. Well, did get this all back lined up. Still a little confused. I'm probably going to have to might not be retiming here yet. This side, I jumped the tooth. And everything's like they're supposed to be. Now this side is off a little bit. This is closer than what it should be. They should be centered. But this shouldn't matter because there's enough of a gap that they missed down here. When they got up here, they spread apart. As long as they're not grabbing, I guess. So I don't know. But that's it for the day then, I guess. Get this pulled out of my road. And tomorrow's another day. See, this is why I didn't set up that bagger. Because if it does start raining and I can't bag any, I don't have a bag wasted. So, what you gonna do? I guess it's my own damn fault. I should have checked that before I went to get that chain. If I'd known I didn't have shear pins for that, swore there was a bag in there. But if I'd known I didn't have them, I would have gone to a dealer to get the shear pins and buy that chain instead of just going to Tractor Supply. So it is what it is. So I guess I'm going to get my tools picked up. I gotta get that bag stuck in somewhere because there's a chance of rain tonight. I gotta go out to the field to get my four-wheeler if I can stand to walk that far. Well, if anything, I do have 2 rows off the field because I had no choice but to just keep driving on through. And tractor ran down 2 rows, and then I just snapped rows clean, flat. And the ones the tractor went over, I might be able to pick up again. I usually can pick up most of it. But what that chopper went through, them are flat. I mean, it looks like I chopped them off, but nothing I could do. Just run it down to get out. So I hate opening up fields. If you have a problem there, you're screwed. So like I say, I guess I'm going to get the rest of my tools picked up here and call it a night. So thanks for watching. We'll catch up to you later.